President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi congratulates U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on his election victory. Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs reiterates Egypt's support for Sudan's sovereignty, unity and territorial integrity. Egyptian Prime Minister announces an updated privatization plan to be revealed by the end of November. You're now watching the latest updates in Egypt on Qnews. Moving on to the latest developments. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has spoken by phone with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump to congratulate him on his election victory. During the call, President Sisi emphasized Egypt's commitment to continued collaboration with Trump in his new term, underscoring the strategic importance of the long-standing relationship between the two countries and their strong cooperation during Trump's previous term. Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati has reiterated Egypt's support for Sudan's sovereignty, unity and territorial integrity, firmly opposing any interference in its internal affairs. Speaking at a joint press conference with Sudan's newly appointed Foreign Minister Ali Yusuf Ahmed al-Sharif, Abdulati highlighted President Sisi's directives to bolster bilateral relations, affirming that Sudan's national security is integral to Egypt's. Both ministers stressed that water security is an existential priority for both nations and is non-negotiable. Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati has highlighted the strong and growing partnership between Egypt and Japan, now elevated to a strategic level. In a meeting with Tokyo Governor Yuriko Kyoka, Abdulati praised the broad areas of cooperation between the two nations. He also expressed Egypt's deep appreciation for Japan's support in major projects, especially its contribution to the Grand Egyptian Museum. Estonian President Alar Karis has emphasized that the strategic partnership between the European Union and Egypt provides a strong foundation for enhancing bilateral cooperation. In an interview with MENA, President Karis noted that as an EU member, Estonia sees significant potential for collaboration with Egypt under this framework. He highlighted the opportunities to attract EU-backed investments and advance joint projects, fostering stronger ties between the two nations. Estonian President Alar Karis has expressed his pleasure at visiting Egypt and the new administrative capital, emphasizing strong bilateral relations. He highlighted his recent talks with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi regarding enhancing cooperation. Karis, accompanied by a business delegation, explored partnership in communication, IT and tourism, while praising Egypt's appeal to Estonian tourists. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli welcomed Karis, reaffirming Egypt's commitment to boosting trade and digital cooperation, as well as highlighting the importance of European support for Egypt's economy amid ongoing geopolitical challenges. Egypt and Angola have signed a defense and military technology cooperation agreement following talks between Egyptian Defense Minister Abdulmajid Sakr and his Angolan counterpart João Ernesto dos Santos. In their discussions, the ministers agreed to strengthen military cooperation across various sectors. They also reviewed regional and international developments, highlighting their impact on African security and stability. Egypt Minister of State for Military Production Mohammed Salahuddin Mustafa has announced record profits for military production companies, attributing the success to strong political support. Speaking at the 70th Military Production Day celebration, Mustafa highlighted efforts to maximize the ministry's capabilities, enhance partnership with the private sector, and prioritize products for the local markets. He also discussed progress in manufacturing exports and collaboration with international firms to localize industries. Preparations are also underway for the Egypt International Defense Industries Exhibition EDEX 2025. Minister of Housing Sharif Sherbini and German State Minister for Environment, Nature, Conservation, Nuclear Safety and Consumer Protection have discussed ways to enhance joint cooperation in the fields of sustainable green cities. On the sidelines of the World Urban Forum, the Minister of Housing stated that the green urbanization strategy was launched, adding that Egypt's new green building strategy works to encourage increased energy efficiency at every turn to reduce emissions, save spending and stimulate job growth. Minister of Agriculture and Land Reclamation Ala Farouk has announced that 4.2 million smart farmer cards have been issued alongside 20 automated agricultural services available through the Egypt Digital Portal. He also revealed that 5,830 agricultural associations have been equipped with the tablets and POS devices. Farouk highlighted that agricultural associations and distribution outlets were provided with 5,827 points of sale and 5,752 tablets covering an area of 8.2 million acres. He also noted that the movement of fertilizers is closely monitored from factory dispatch to storage areas, ensuring they reach the farmers. Trial operations of Egypt's first eco-friendly terminal has kicked off at Terminal 2 at Burj Al Arab International Airport. The Minister of Civil Aviation, Sameh Al Hifni, announced that all state agencies contributed to the establishment of the terminal, aligning with global trends for environmentally sustainable air traffic. Al Hifni confirmed that once fully operational, the airport's capacity would reach 6 million passengers annually. The development prioritizes reducing carbon emissions and generating electricity through solar energy. In economic news, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has announced that Egypt's investment minister will reveal an updated privatization plan by the end of November. The program aims to boost the economy by reducing debt and attracting foreign investments. As part of broader IMF-backed reforms, the initiative seeks to increase private sector involvement through the sale of state-owned company shares, enhancing market efficiency and fostering competition. Finance Minister Ahmed Kojak has outlined 4 key priorities for his ministry until 2030 in the first statement to the House of Representatives since taking office in July. These priorities include strengthening trust between the tax authority and the business community, as well as achieving fiscal discipline and stimulating private sector-driven growth. Other priorities further include boosting exports and manufacturing, ensuring public investment remain below £1 billion, and supporting social safety nets to improve living standards. Egypt's Ministries of Planning, Agriculture and the British Embassy in Cairo have launched a new project to support small wheat farmers. The initiative, enhancing food security and achieving economic stability in Egypt by supporting small wheat farmers, is the first practical step in the implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding signed between Egypt and the United Kingdom last October. The two-year project aims to improve wheat production by enhancing soil fertility, reducing dependency on imported wheat, and mitigating the impact of global price fluctuations. China's United Energy Group Executive Chairman Song Ye has reaffirmed the company's commitment to Egypt and its plans to expand its excavation programs. During a meeting with Egypt's Minister of Petroleum Karim Badawi, Ye highlighted the company's interest in new exploration zones, particularly the western desert. Minister Badawi also met with Weatherford's CEO to discuss advancements in technology and digital solutions for production. The Egyptian Stock Exchange ended Thursday's session with a collective rise in the indices. This hike is driven by buying operations from Egyptian traders, while Arab and foreign traders tended to sell, amid trading amounting to £6.2 billion. The market capital gained £22 billion to close at £2,263 trillion. The EGX 30 index rose by 0.72%. Medium-sized stocks EGX 70 rose by 2.689%, and the index EGX 100 recorded a growth of 2.49%. In sports news, the Handball Federation Competitions Committee has decided to hold the summit match between Al Ahly and Zamalek in the covered hall at the Cairo International Stadium. The Handball Federation Competitions Committee set November 17th as the date for the Al Ahly and Zamalek match at the Cairo Stadium. The African Rowing Championship officially kicked off yesterday in Al Alamein, Egypt, and will run until November 11th. 13 countries are participating in the competition. The countries competing in the classic rowing events. Meanwhile, the beach rowing competitions feature teams from Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Libya, South Africa, Namibia, Ivory Coast, Zimbabwe, Benin, and Uganda. As for the weather, a heavy rainstorm is expected to hit Egypt's coastal governorates in mid-November. The storm is set to last for 4 days, bringing heavy rain and high winds from the northwestern directions, leading to a significant drop in temperatures. Thunderstorms are expected to impact the Red Mountains, and intermittent rain also likely in southern Upper Egypt regions. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here is what we've been covering. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi congratulates U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on his election victory. Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs reiterated Egypt's support for Sudan's sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity. Egyptian Prime Minister announces an updated privatization plan will be revealed by the end of November. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments. Many thanks for watching.